Did you know Hela is in the bottom half of all heroes when it comes to win rate across all ranks this season? Something every Marvel Rivals player wants to know is which heroes are actually the best for climbing rank. This video covers Diamond and Grandmaster ranks in the first half, and in the second half of the video we cover the best overall heroes to climb Bronze through Grandmaster with. So if you're looking for a TLDR, who are the best heroes to climb with, this video is it. I've analyzed every single hero across all of the ranks. If you're looking for specifically top 500 player data, top 100 player data, I have that here. But if you're looking for bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, GM, that's all the data that we had recently that's available on rivalstracker.com, for example. I've got that for you. Here's what's unique about this video. If you're just looking for win rates or just looking for ban rates and just kind of want to compare a couple of metrics, you can do that on Rivals Tracker. What this video does is break down a few more pieces. I've given every single hero what I like to call an impact score, which is its overall score. So the higher the better. You can go up to 100% for their impact score. And what makes up this impact score is a certain weighted calculation I did. A hero's win rate makes up 50% of its impact score. Their pick rate makes up 30% of their impact score. Does a hero have a low pick rate? Because you want that hero to be available to actually play, don't you? You don't want other people playing that hero. Once you hit diamond and higher ranks, you start banning heroes, and that's when this metric comes into play. That's weighted at 10% of the overall impact score. And then finally, I have a consistency score, which also makes up 10% of its overall score, which means across all of the ranks, bronze through GM in this case, is this player somewhat consistent? Will they be available to actually be played? Are they going to be banned when I get into the higher rates? What's their win rate like? Am I going to win more in the earlier ranks, and am I going to lose more with this hero later, or are they fairly consistent? As we jump into the first hero on the list, just know you can climb ranked with any hero. Play who you like and have fun. It's a game after all. Yes, Luna Snow has a strong ult, but she's not winning as much as other heroes currently. That doesn't mean she's a terrible hero. That just means there's nuance here. On to Diamond and GM. Cloak and Dagger. Would you have guessed they are the worst hero to try to climb out of Diamond and GM with? The worst impact score, a losing win rate percentage. Again, I think it's because people are actually just picking Cloak and Dagger. In this case, Dagger, for the healing. But anyway, a really bad win rate. So people are just dumping because they're like, well, I guess I got to flex and pick Cloak and Dagger in this case because I got to heal this game. You have that happen all the time now with a crazy. This is like I had to triple check these numbers with a crazy pick rate of 65.7%. Even if you get good with Cloak and Dagger, they're going to get banned, and if they're not going to get banned, someone else on your team is going to pick them. And even if you do get to pick them, you're going to lose. Crazy, right? And also for pick rates, you're going to see a higher total pick rate percentage for Vanguards and also for Strategists, and you're going to see a lower pick rate percentage on average for the duelists, and that's because they're just more duelists in the game. So when you look at pick rate, it factors in of the total pool that you have available to you, what's the pick rate percentage. So everything's categorized, for example, into 3 pieces. So for Vanguards, they're a section, Strategists would be a section, and then Duelists would be a section. But to keep things simple, I didn't mess with the pick rate percentages. Doctor Strange has an extraordinarily high pick rate, and I just left that alone in my calculations because you still see Doctor Strange in almost every game anyway. Moon Knight, third worst win rate in the game. So terrible win rate, super high pick rate. Ban rate is fairly high too. It's above average. So next, you got iDubbbz here, Invisible Woman. She's got a 4th highest pick rate in the game. Above average on the ban rate too, as far as she is banned more often than not than other heroes. Not a good pick right now. Terrible win rate percentage. If you're enjoying this breakdown, consider subscribing. I'm just making Marvel Rivals content now. This game is so fun, isn't it? Luna Snow is a bit better here in the higher elo lobbies, but she's still got a bad win rate percentage. I was shocked to see these statistics. She's not doing it. 5th highest pick rate in these lobbies, 4th highest ban rate. Winter Soldier, losing win rate, high pick rate, middle of the road ban rate. Next, Namor has the 6th highest ban rate in the game, so 48.7% win rate, 21.3% pick rate, ban rate at 5.8%. Again, I was surprised to see this, but again, you have the losing combination between him and Luna Snow. That's just, you're stacking up 2 losing heroes in a particular game. Keep that in mind. I thought that was extremely interesting. Magneto has the third highest pick rate across all heroes. He's picked all of the time. If he gets to play, he's going to be picked. You couple that with a losing win rate, not a good recipe. The Punisher has a slightly higher score here compared to bronze through plat lobbies. However, he has a worse win rate percentage. He's just not a good pick here. 47.8% win rate, 16% pick rate, 0.6% ban rate, which is 22 out of 35. And the higher that number is, the better in this case. But still, Squirrel Girl has a terrible win rate percentage. She is fourth worst amongst all 35 heroes. Her pick rate is okay, ban rate is okay, but it doesn't matter. With that abysmal win rate, Hela's getting closer to break even on the win rate percentage, but she's still got a losing win rate here. I thought that was interesting, even for Diamond and GM lobbies. You still don't really see, I don't see really good aiming in Diamond and GM though. When looking at it, like really analyzing, and again, statistically, Hela does not have a positive win rate percentage. It seems like the nerfs there from bronze through GM, at least in this case, quote unquote, fixed Hela. Now I know how you might feel about her, but again, the stats don't lie. Still the fifth highest ban rate in the game, though. That also plays into the overall stats with the win rate percentage. If you happen to ban the right type of people who would win with Hela, that's something to keep in mind. But I feel like this ban rate in particular, this high of a ban rate percentage, is too high with the win rate percentages that I'm seeing. Until I see more of a parity with that like 50-50 win rate, you got to be even closer still. I think the ban rate's too high. I really do. I think people are just kind of blanket banning Hela, and I don't think you should be doing that this season in these particular lobbies. Hawkeye, second worst win rate, 43% pick rate. My goodness, 3% pick rate is terrible. So that's a good score for him, but still terrible hero to use right now. He actually doesn't even have that good of a ban rate. Like that ban rate is actually fairly high for a hero that is that bad. Unless you're amazing with Hawkeye, don't play him this season. Or Sad Black Widow, she has the worst win rate. Literally the number one worst win rate. She also has the worst pick rate, so you'll be able to play her if you want to lose, I guess. The Eye of Agamotto has a positive win rate percentage, and he's in the next tier here with a 51.4% win rate. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. However, he's going to be picked because he has the second highest pick rate amongst all heroes in the game, 57.7%. That is crazy. And he has a pretty high ban rate too. So you're just not going to be able to play him out of Diamond. Like you're not going to have the opportunity in 2/3 of your games nearly. Again, there's the opportunity cost of pouring all of your hours in to play a hero, which again, in almost 2 out of 3 of your games, you're probably not going to be able to play him or should not be able to play him because he has such a high pick rate. There might be other players, and there will be when you start to get in Diamond GM plus lobbies, where players actually start to get pretty good at their roles. So do you want to pour all of your hours into a hero that you're only going to be able to play 1/3 of the time? That's what we're getting at here. That's what this list is about. Groot, positive win rate. He's got an okay pick rate and a middle of the road ban rate. He is okay. Thumbs up for Groot. Jeff the Landshark has the 6th worst win rate in these lobbies, 47.1%, not good. He has a very low pick rate though, so you will be able to play him if you happen to be a pretty nasty Jeff player. You're good at flanking with Jeff. Yes, that's a thing when you start to get to higher elo lobbies. Ban rate is really stinking low as well, so he's okay if you're good at playing him. If you're not good at playing him, statistically, he's going to lose it for your team. Venom, yet again, in these lobbies, a losing win rate percentage, 48.5%. Pick rate is okay, 6.5% in this case. He's got a very low ban rate, so he will be available for you to be able to play. So again, if you happen to be a good Venom player in these ranks, it's okay to start feeling more like, okay, I can push up the mountain a bit with these kind of heroes. Again, that's why they're in the yellow here. In the red, it's just, man, you're asking for a ton of work. In the yellow, it's not easy either. The next hero here is Scarlet Witch. What do I have for her? Ew, she's 5th worst for win rate percentage, 46.3%. Gross. Pick rate is really good though. It's really low pick rate. There's only one hero that's picked less than her, and she has the lowest ban rate in the game. You know why? Because she doesn't win games. Psylocke, she had a negative win rate percentage in bronze through plat. Here she's got a positive win rate. It flips by quite a large margin, like more than a full percentage point. So up to 50.8 now. Pick rate is middle of the road. Ban rate is middle of the road. Psylocke gets a thumbs up here. Mantis has a really strong win rate. She's got a pretty bad pick rate. She's picked really often, but she's got a low ban rate to couple with it, which is why you see her up this high. So she's actually available to play. Spider-Man has a losing win rate. Keep that in your mind. He has a losing win rate. His pick rate is low. His ban rate is middle of the road. Once again, Rocket proving he's one of the better heroes in the game, point blank period, right now. Rocket, I'm not joking, I'm not exaggerating. Again, if you're on keyboard and mouse, you can hold right click down his healing orbs. You can literally not shoot your gun and you will rank up in ranked lobbies with Rocket. That is how busted this character. I'm not joking. Don't listen to your favorite streamers about their anecdotes about, well, this match, or I've seen countless matches. It's peanuts in comparison to the greater player pool data that we have to pull from now. Now, I'm not saying to completely dismiss your favorite streamers because they have an elite mindset and have a very particular view of the game, which is very valuable. What this brings to the table, though, is, hey, if you're a diamond GM type of a player, statistically, Rocket does really good, particularly in these ranks with the type of specific meta. Have you noticed that the meta changes as you progress throughout the ranks? It changes. Players adapt, players get better, and then because they get better, certain heroes get worse, and vice versa. So there's all of that nuance there. His pick rate is, though, because players are catching on, his pick rate is very high. 6th highest pick rate across all heroes of 30.9%. It's a really high pick rate. Middle of the road ban rate. You're not going to have to worry about him getting banned, but close to a third of the time, you're going to have other people picking him. So if you are going to pick him as your main, just be prepared to play another character as well. Penny Parker, losing win rate, not good. She was really good bronze through plat. She's pretty bad when it comes to diamond and above lobbies. Pick rate is pretty good. She's got a low pick rate, so you can play her if you happen to be a good player with her. Ban rate is really low as well. Doesn't matter. Losing win rate. You're trying to fight an uphill battle with her unless you're particularly really well versed with her. Star-Lord. Positive win rate, 50.5%. Pick rate is 12.2%, which is middle of the road. Middle of the road for most of these things, but with the positive win rate, a pretty healthy win rate percentage. That's why you see him listed and about middle of the road for the heroes, but pretty good. Loki has a crazy high win rate. There are only 6 heroes higher than him with this 52.1% win rate. Crazy high win rate. His pick rate is okay at that 19.5%. That's okay for a strategist, and literally the exact middle of the road when it comes to ban rate. So if you're a good Loki player, well, play him. Well, I know I keep saying that with each hero, but I mean it. Clearly a tier above, as you can see here. We're on to Adam Warlock now with an impressive win rate of 50.3% and a low pick rate of only 5.6% and the second lowest ban rate in the game. I think Adam Warlock should definitely be getting banned more in diamond and above lobbies, and he's not right now. He's one of those weird heroes that people don't know how to react around him right now. Again, I'm sure most of you watching this, you've had a clutch full team or near team revive from Adam. That cannot be understated. As well with his soul bond that he has, practically going immune, like as a cooldown that you can use willy-nilly throughout the game. That's crazy the type of value you can get with this if you're good with playing it, and if you've got good aim. His hit scan, crazy strong. Thor, crazy win rate, 51.5%. Middle of the road pick rate, a really low ban rate. Thor is one of the vanguards to climb with. If you're serious about climbing out of diamond, Thor is doing it. Once again, we have Mr. Fantastic toward the upper tiers of the list. A good solid win rate, 50.3%. A very low 3.8% pick rate. Only 5 heroes are picked less than he is, and they're trash heroes that are picked less than he is. There are only 2 heroes that are banned less than him in the entire game right now. He should be banned way more. Captain America, positive win rate percentage. He's got a low pick rate. Only 3 heroes are banned more than him as well. He should be banned so much more. Captain America is one of the most slept on heroes. Bronze through plat, diamond, GM, doesn't matter. Captain America is slaying. Ooh, should I talk like Black Panther? I can't do that, I'm sorry. Only 5 heroes have a higher win rate percentage than him in Diamond through GM. That's a great win rate percentage. He actually has a fairly low pick rate, and his ban rate is pretty high, but it doesn't matter because percentage-wise, he's going to be available for you. So if you happen to be a good Black Panther player, you're going to be able to play him quite a bit. So you can do some nasty climbing with Black Panther. I don't think this is a shocker. There are only 2 heroes with a higher win rate percentage in Diamond and GM right now. Storm is at a 55% win rate right now. Ridiculous. An average pick rate, so that's an okay pick rate, but she's the second most banned hero in the game right now. So for over half of your games, you're literally not going to be able to play her. But when you do get to play her, you win. And then here we go. We have Hulk. Crazy high win rate. Only 4 heroes with a higher win rate. It's just that stack with Strange and Iron Man. This is why he's the #1 banned hero right now when you get into Diamond and above. His ability to be pretty much anywhere on the map at a given time with his jumping mechanic, you can exile play, like, he's a very strong hero. He is a bit complex. He's quite nuanced to be able to pick up, but once you get the rhythm down for him, obviously he drives so much value for his team. Magic just missing out on the podium of the top 3. She has the second highest win rate in Diamond and GM. I really like Magic. I wish I got the opportunity to play her more. I don't, sadly. Our team almost always needs something else, it seems like, but her win rate is 55.1%, pick rate at 13.8%, which is middle of the road, which is totally fine, and an okay ban rate of 2.76%. You're still going to be able to play her is what we're getting at here, and with a crazy win rate, she's one of the ones to go with. Coming in at number 3 is Wolverine with the highest win rate in Diamond and GM lobbies of 55.2%. Okay pick rate of 9.98%. He is above average on the pick rate side, so you're gonna be able to play him. However, he's banned right now this season. He has the 3rd highest ban rate. Iron Man, 52% win rate, crazy high. It's because of that Hulk stack as well. Definitely helps pad that stat. Doesn't matter though, he's got a really good win rate. He's got an exceptionally low pick rate. It also plays part in because Hulk is banned so much this season, but doesn't matter. He's got a low pick rate right now, and his ban rate directly is extremely low. Only 6 heroes are banned less than him right now, but again, it's because of that Hulk stack, and a lot of players are saying, hey, you don't really need to play Iron Man unless you have a Hulk on the field. So if you ban Hulk, you're essentially banning Iron Man. Regardless, he's got a really good win rate right now. If you're a nasty Iron Man player, the stats speaks for themselves. Can you believe it? Iron Fist. He is the #1 hero in the game to climb with out of Diamond lobbies. There are only 3 heroes that have a higher win rate percentage than him, of that 52.8%. An incredibly low pick rate of only 3.1%. There are only 3 heroes picked less than him, and he has an incredibly low ban rate. You're going to have regression to the mean when more people start playing him. More people are able to pick up on how they can counter playing a good Iron Fist player. That's why this win rate percentage, I believe, is so stinking high right now. However, people don't know how to handle him right now. He is winning games. We all know how annoying Iron Fist can be to play against. So who's the worst hero in the game to climb ranked with? Bronze all the way through GM lobbies right now. It's Moon Knight. He has just a terrible percent win rate of 45.7%. That is awful. There are only 3 heroes worse on the win rate percentage side. And then he's also picked an awful lot. And his ban rate is actually kind of high. It's above average as far, well, it's below average. So it's not good. This is why you see a pathetically low impact score of 22.87%. So it's 22.9% on the card. Luna Snow, what can I say here? She just failed us. She does not have a positive win rate percentage. She's got an awful win rate percentage across all ranks, all of them. Terrible win rate percentage. Doesn't matter how good or busted her ult is. It doesn't matter. Clearly doesn't matter. Only 4 heroes are picked more than her in the entire game. She's picked all the time, and you're gonna lose with her. Her ban rate is exceptionally high, so even if you get good with her, you're not gonna be able to play her. Oh yeah, and the consistency score, I didn't even talk about this. So her consistency score, there are only 3 players that have a worse consistency score than her, by the way. So it's just taking the absolute difference between what's her availability to actually be able to play her in Diamond and GM lobby. So you have to factor in pick rate and ban rate. So how often, when you set those numbers aside, let's say 25% of the time in total, you're just not going to be able to play a hero. Okay, what is that compared to the bronze through platinum lobbies? Am I going to be able to play this hero more often, less often? How often am I going to be able to play this character so I can get used to playing this character, so to speak? So the consistency score is how consistent are they at being available for me to learn and to play and to get better with. And again, this is only weighted at 10%. So a very low consistency score. You want to see this number closer to 70, 80, 90. Those are the much better scores. Those are going to be toward the end of the list. Cloak and Dagger has the highest pick rate in the game. Not much needs to be said here. With an average pick rate of 60%. There are only 6 characters that have a worse consistency score. So, I mean, she's picked all the time. She's going to be banned at a high amount as well. I keep saying she because we all know you're playing Dagger for the most part, but terrible win rate percentage. We just got to move on. I'm trying to move quicker through these. Invisible Woman, terrible win rate percentage. She also has an exceptionally high pick rate, and I'm sure it's because of the new season as well, but still, there are only 3 heroes that are picked higher than she is across the board. She's just not going to be available to be able to be played. And then she has a fairly stinky consistency score of nearly 30%. Next, Magneto, terrible win rate percentage across all of these ranks. He's got a really high pick rate. There are only 2 heroes that are picked more often than he is in Diamond and GM lobbies, so you're not even going to be able to play him. He has a pretty high ban rate as well, and his consistency score is incredibly lousy at only 14%. Are you kidding me? Come on. There are only 4 heroes that have a worse consistency score than he does, which is why you see such an abysmal impact score at the bottom. Namor is clearly tough to use and to get value from, considering he's got a losing win rate in bronze through plat, a losing win rate in diamond and GM lobbies. It's only 48.2% in bronze to plat, 48.7% in diamond and GM, which is why you see the average of 48.5% here. He's got a lousy win rate percentage. He has a quite high pick rate as well. And when you do get the option to play him, when you get to the higher lobbies as well, there are only 5 heroes that are banned more than he is, which is why you see his consistency score so low at 31% and an impact score of whatever you see that I put there. Oh, the Punisher. I have a soft spot for him, but he's got a terrible win rate percentage. Can't play him even if I wanted to because his pick rate is fairly high. He's got an okay ban rate, but it doesn't matter because his pick rate is so high. His consistency score, though, is quite good, actually, as you can tell, if you don't mind losing consistently. Winter Soldier with an average win rate percentage of 49.5%, bad. Pick rate of 25.8%, bad. A ban rate of 1.4%, kind of middle of the pack. A consistency score kind of getting closer to middle of the pack of 34.2%, but still not good. That is not a good consistency score. So he's got an impact score of around 41. Not good. There are only 4 heroes with a worse win rate across bronze through GM than Squirrel Girl. She can't win. She's got an average pick rate, meh, a ban rate that is okay at 0.5%. That's all right. So you'll be able to actually learn and play her. So she's got a fairly high consistency score of 65.7%, but still an overall low and in the red impact score. Dr. Strange has a really good win rate percentage of 50.9%. He's got an incredibly high pick rate, though, that helps kind of counter that, though. There's only 1 hero in the game that's picked more than he is, and you'll find out shortly there. But at 48.1% pick rate, half of the games he's going to be picked. He's going to be plucked from your clutches. And over half of the time between being picked and banned, which he's got a really high ban rate, you're not going to be able to play him either. So he's got a lousy consistency score of only 17%, which is why you see him below the 50% mark when it comes to an overall impact score. Venom, not too much different here, actually. Let me just pull up a quick note here. This is one of the worst win rate percentages in the game of 47.8%. That's really, really bad. He's got a middle of the road pick rate. That's okay. His ban rate is actually quite good, though. That's a low ban rate percentage, so that's nice to see, but it doesn't matter because he loses all the time. So once you factor all of that in, he's got an okay consistency score, but still below average, so not good. On the overall, Jeff the Landshark did a little bit better here, but he's still not good. He's still in the red tier, not good. Wouldn't pick him. He's got the 3rd worst win rate percentage across all of these ranks at 44.5%. That is so terrible. He has an all right pick rate, like a fairly high score for a pick rate, so that's nice to see. high and a low ban rate percentage, but again, it doesn't matter because that win rate is so terrible. He's got an all right consistency score, so he is going to be available for you to be able to play, but again, at a losing clip. Hella is a shift to the middle tiers here, but she's still on the very low end of that. It could swing either way. She still has a losing win rate percentage across all of these ranks at 49.8%. Not impressive at all. Middle of the pack pick rate, so that's okay. She's got an exceptionally high ban rate. Only 4 heroes are banned more than she is. She's banned too much. I'm telling you right now. There's no way she's that good. I know everyone says she's still busted. Sure, in any player's hands, like they can make a Hawkeye look really good, or even a Black Widow look really good in a really good player's hands, but it doesn't matter. Overall, she's just not doing it in these ranks. I am Groot. Were you waiting on me to say that? That wasn't even that good. Anyway, losing win rate percentage average, even when he does get to Diamond Plus lobbies, when he starts to get a positive win rate percentage, it's actually not that great at 50.05%, so it's barely positive. He's got a fairly high pick rate and a middle of the road ban rate, which overall, that's okay because he's got a really good consistency score. One of the best consistency scores across all heroes. There are only 3 heroes that have a higher consistency score than him, but he's still mid. Would you have guessed Hawkeye to have been higher than Hela on a list like this? He's got the second worst win rate average in the game of 43.7%. He's got an incredibly low pick rate though, so if you want to play him, you're going to be able to. He's also banned too often. I really believe so. Even with target bans, I think he's banned too often. He's number 20 out of 35 as far as ban rates. So there are 15 heroes that are better than him on the ban rate per percentage wagon, and there are 19 that are banned less than him. I think that's just way too high of a ban rate for a player with that abysmal of a win rate percentage across every single rank. But he's the second most consistent hero when it comes to if you want to try to climb with him at a 43% winning rate. Only 5 heroes with a worse win rate percentage than Scarlet Witch at 46.5%. She's got a quite high pick rate, not good. She also has the lowest ban rate in the game though, which is a great score that helps her out a bit here, but her consistency score is close to middle of the pack, and you see her at the middle of the pack because again, that win rate is awful. The sad Black Widow with the single one worst win rate percentage in the game of 41.5%. The lowest pick rate in the game though, so she is available to play if you're a Black Widow main. That is a-okay if you happen to be playing her well. She's banned too often. She has a 0.38% ban rate. She ranks 26 out of 35, which means there are 11 heroes that have a lower ban rate than she does. I still think she's banned at too high of a clip. She is the most consistent character in the game if you want to lose. The win rate percentage is okay at 50.2%. I think her invisibility is a bit soft, especially as you get into the higher ranks, but she's got a middle of the road pick rate, which is okay. That helps her cause, and close to a middle of the road ban rate, so that's okay as well. So she's got a fairly high consistency score, so if you get used to playing this character, you're going to have the opportunity to play this character a bit more. But again, she's still like smack dab middle of the pack here. Not busted, not broken, like really strong, not super weak either though. Same thing for Star-Lord, but he does have a losing win rate percentage. That's not that great. Middle of the road pick rate, no concerns there. Close to middle of the road ban rate, no concerns. Very consistent in this regard. So you have the 4th highest percent consistency score across all heroes here, which is why you see him start to be a bit of a tier leap here, and then even more so for Penny Parker, which was surprising to me actually, with a pretty high win percent average of 50.8% across all of these ranks. You're getting close to middle of the road pick rate here, so that's okay. She really drops off a cliff in Diamond Plus lobbies though, so just keep that in mind. Really low ban rate, but because of the discrepancy between the pick rate, when you combine that with the really low ban rate, which is basically non-existent, she's picked so high in the lower brackets, you're not going to be able to play her at the same rate that you were before. So her consistency score, which again is only weighted at 10%, it comes in at 22.86%, which is why you still see her in the middle of the road here. Hulk has a crazy win percentage across all ranks, 51.8%. Don't need to say anything else there. One of the best in the game. His pick rate is middle of the road when it comes to bronze through plat, and then when you get into band territory, Diamond Plus, that's when his picking percentage goes down to only 7.2%. So it averages out to 9.9% for the pick rate here for the big man. he is the second worst consistent hero in the game because of that massive ban rate discrepancy. So that's why you see him here. He's just not going to be as available to play. Spider-Man with an overall positive win rate percentage, 50.4%. That's okay. He has a better than average on the pick rate side of things. No concerns there. Middle of the road for ban rate. That's all right. And a decent consistency score, 71.4%. We're okay with Spider-Man rocking it. Loki, even better yet, with a really strong win rate, 51.5%. Pick rate, close to middle of the road when you average it all out, and an exactly middle of the road ban rate. And its consistency score is okay, but it's on the softer side, not very strong. Third highest win rate percentage in the game, 53.2% across all ranks. He does have a really high pick rate though, so he's not going to be quite as available. At least a third of your games, you're not going to be able to play him most of the time, but he's got a middle of the road ban rate, so there's not a concern there. So his consistency score is high at 77.1%. Mantis is the start into that next tier at a crazy high win rate percentage, also a 51.9%, really strong there. A fairly high pick rate percentage, but it doesn't matter. She has an actually fairly low ban rate percentage, so her consistency score is a decent 60%, which brings us to an impact score of 72. Storm at 72%. She has the highest win rate in the game, 55.9%. Ridiculous. Middle of the road pick rate. She's got the second highest ban rate though, so her consistency score is the worst. At 2.86%, she's banned 41.1% of the time for the consistency score modifier, gets an impact score of 72. The God of Thunder, 51.71% win rate, middle of the road pick rate. There are only 4 heroes banned less than Thor, but because he's picked considerably less in the higher ranks, he's just got an average consistency score of 45.7%. Adam Warlock, positive win rate, 50.2%. Pick rate is one of the better pick rates in the game, so you're going to be able to play him. He's not banned hardly at all. There's only one character that's banned less than him. So his consistency score is one of the best in the game at 85.7%, which is why you see his impact score is 75. Really strong. Fourth highest win rate percentage in the game across all of these ranks. Wolverine, 52.4%. His pick rate is actually good. This is above average as far as pick rate is concerned, but his ban rate is stupid high. Only the Hulk and Storm are banned more than the Wolverine. So you know his consistency score is going to hurt because of that, and that's why it comes in at 8.6% as far as the consistency score. But it doesn't matter because his win rate is so crazy high, and he's got a decent pick rate, so you're actually going to be able to play him, believe it or not, well, until you get to Diamond Plus. Impressive win rate for Iron Man at 51.1%. Pick rate is actually really good. He's going to be available, be able to be played bronze through plat, and then in Diamond Plus lobbies, again, you have the whole ban thing with Hulk, but it doesn't matter. You still be able to play Iron Man if you want to, if you're really good with them. But again, it's really hard to justify an Iron Man pick when you have a lot of other good players you're playing against and you don't have that crazy busted team up with the Hulk right now. Still, really good pick rate. His ban rate is exceptionally low. Again, we talked about that because of the Hulk. So he's got a middle of the road consistency score of 54.3%. Still, exceptionally strong hero to climb with. Same could be said for Cap with a positive win rate of 50.4%. Really strong. One of the lower pick rates across all ranks. Crazy low average 6.1% pick rate. He's not getting banned. Only 3 heroes are banned less than he is. Crazy high consistency score. Only a handful of heroes have a better consistency score at that 82.9% consistency score, which is why you see this crazy high impact score of 80%. Now here we are. We're in the elites of the elites, just missing the podium to climb rank with bronze through GM, Black Panther. Only 4 heroes with a higher win rate than him. He's got one of the lower pick rates across the board. That's a deceptively high ban rate percentage, actually at 4.5%, so that does bring the consistency score down. Again, only weighted at 10% though. He does have a crazy high 84 impact score. Here we go. Number 3, best hero to climb with across all of these ranks, Magic, with the second highest win rate across all of these ranks of 54.7%, and she has a better than average pick rate. You're actually going to be able to play her, especially in bronze through platinum lobbies. And here's the thing, even with that crazy win percentage, she's only banned 2.76% of the time, meaning there are nine heroes that are banned more often than she is. So she's got a decent consistency score of 62.9%, which puts her impact score at 84, just above the Black Panther. And your number 2 hero is Mr. Fantastic at 50.9% win rate, an incredibly low pick rate. People don't know how to play him. They don't know how to play against him. Only 2 heroes are banned less than Mr. Fantastic. Those numbers need to get pumped up. So he has an impressive consistency score of 80%, which is why you see his impact score at 85%. And I would have never guessed this, but Iron Fist is the number 1 hero to climb these ranked lobbies with across the board at 51.3% average win rate, at an incredibly low, like we're talking like number 2, 3-ish, like best hero as far as pick rate is concerned. He's not picked. He's always going to be available. And there are only 10 heroes. He's in the bottom third as far as ban rate, which is a good thing, meaning he's just available for you to be able to play. You're going to be able to play him over 95% of the time if you want. Again, comes down to team comp, that sort of thing. So he has the 3rd highest consistency score in the game at 94.29%, rounded up to 94.3, which is why you see his impact score at 91%. So there you have it. I know this was a longer video to watch. I really appreciate you watching it, but it took me even longer to make. I'm not exaggerating. It took me weeks sifting through this data once I had it, and I had to keep updating it as well, and I had to figure out how am I going to weight this, average it. It was a mess. If you did enjoy this video, please let me know what you liked about the video or what you would like to see improve. And again, I did go over top 500 player and top 100 player data in this video that you're going to see at the end of the screen. So be sure to check that out. Subscribe for more Marvel Rivals content. And until next time.